Hello. I hope you guys can hear me well. It's it is a bit loud out here, but I did want to keep to my commitment to you guys every Tuesday at 11 a.m. EST, the Vonza community. And this is going to be short, but if you missed this, make sure you catch the replay. Of course, if you don't know, we are having a one-day virtual summit, June 28th. That's a Tuesday, and it's going to be from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on June 28th on Tuesday, and it's the Digital Course Wealth Creation Summit. Guys, listen. You want to register, it is absolutely free. But not only that, you also want to invite other people that you actually love and care about. You talk about business things, because this summit is literally right on time. If you haven't noticed, and I don't want to trigger fear or anything like that within you, but I do want to talk about reality. The world is changing right now. And a lot of analysts are saying that we are heading into a recession. Personally, I feel like we're already there. It's just like the teetering beginning stages. However, with that being actual facts, the other fact is millionaires and billionaires are built and created in recessions. I'll say it again. Millionaires and billionaires are created during recessions. And what I want you to understand is, because of the landscape that we find ourselves in, being the digital era, the digital space, knowledge era, it's easier than ever before to create passive income for yourself, to create a business, to have an online business. All of these things used to be very, very tough, and you have to have a lot of money to start a business or to start, these things so that you can have generational wealth. And now, if you literally can cut down the time in half, you can literally begin a business with absolutely zero overhead dollars. Okay? Zero overhead dollars. And take that business from start into even six figures in less than a year. If it takes you 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, that's still a phenomenal and significant shift that the world is in, versus in the past where it would take you almost a decade. No, I'm fine, thank you. Where it would take you almost a decade to make six figures. So you have to understand that now is the time to establish yourself. Even if you have a 9-to-5 job, that's wonderful. Keep it. Keep it. If they don't let you off, keep it. And on the side, you should have your side hustle. You should have your online business. You should have things that can help you even during the times we find ourselves in. It's very interesting to me, entrepreneurs, you need to be very intentional in your thought process and the things that you consume, so that you're not being swayed by the general median. Oh, prices are going up, gas is going up, food is going up, people are losing jobs, this. All of that information will take you away from the other reality of the fact that there's still companies that are establishing themselves in various states, in various countries. Expansion is still going on. People are still buying cars. People are still buying properties. As a matter of fact, during recession is when most rich people, wealthy people, increase their wealth. So what I'm telling you is that you may be starting down here, but literally during this time of recession, you can move up the scale if you play your cards right. If you're in the Vonza community, one of the first things that you need to do is sign up for June 28th. Sign up, register, plug in, create those online products, create those digital products. It's not a game. It's not a game. Don't be one of those people when the time passes and everything calms down and we've shifted, the world has shifted into its new norm, where you're saying, oh my God, I totally missed it. Oh, I should have done this. I should have done that. How come I didn't listen? How come I didn't, where was? Don't be one of those people. Don't be one of those people, okay? So, register June 2nd. Let me put it in the comments and you can pin it. Go to www.vonza.com/digital, okay? And register for the virtual summit. This is imperative. If all I do today is talk about this, if all I do today is put you onto this, that is, I've done my job. I've done my job. But what I do want to do is talk a little bit more about some other things. So let's get into it. And the other thing I want to discuss with you is using the recession to your advantage. Let me tell you a story. When COVID first hit, COVID actually increased my business. I was coaching and counseling at the time. So that's 2020. Here's the thing. In 2016, 2017, 2018, I had my business and I was doing face-to-face only. Eventually, I kind of shifted to where I was doing face-to-face and I was doing virtual. So video calls and phone calls, literally. Then in 2018, 19, I said, you know what? I'm going to close my physical office and shift to 100% virtual. Now remember, in 2018, there was no COVID, there was no signs, none of that stuff, right? So I switched to 100% virtual because I had noticed that my clientele, even though I had an office and I was doing predominantly face-to-face, a lot of my clients, I would say about 60% of my clients were virtual and I was doing video calls with them anyway. So I said, I'm going to go ahead and shift and cut out that overhead of having an office. Well, guys, when COVID hit, my business did not suffer. My business did not take a hit. My business actually went up. When the whole PPP loans stuff came out, and that's in the U.S. and all these different programs came out for people to get money for their business, I didn't need it because my business had actually increased. So, and I actually shifted my business based on the analytics from my business and a dream that I had. So when COVID hit, I was fine. I was great. Same thing that's happening now, based on a dream that I had, conversations, and just viewing the world the way that I see it. I know that this is the time to make moves. This is the time to invest. This is the time to establish things. This is the time to spend money wisely. And spending money wisely is going to be in your business, establishing processes, automation, building out ways for your company to move without you being there so that you can establish other streams of income. You can do other things for yourself. I want you to understand that in these times, fear will suffocate you, can suffocate you, but it's up to you whether or not it does. Okay? That's totally up to you. And of course, stay plugged into the Vonza community because we're not going to feed into that stuff, right? And you have to be with people who don't talk that language, who talk the language of faith, who talk the language of investment, who talk the language of being intentional about money, okay? Also, one thing that you can absolutely do, especially in your business, is really hone in on creating content. Hone in on creating content. One of the reasons why I told you that story is because the content that I was creating to promote my business before COVID hit was the content that people started feasting on when COVID hit. So they started learning more about themselves. They started growing as individuals because that's the type of content that I put out. And that's also part of the reason why my business grew, was because people started finding me and finding my videos and finding my page and stuff like that. I was like, okay, I realized this about myself. this is my goal, this is my dream, this is what I want to achieve. I want you to help me do that. And I was able to help them do that. So I want you to focus on creating content. Create content to promote your business in the now. Create content that's going to give you longevity for people to feast on, because there will be people who do feed into fear. You're not, but other people will be doing that. So create content that people can get into that will help relieve that fear, relieve that stress, relieve that the external pressures that are going on. Okay? Create content that's going to boost and promote you as an individual, being an expert, being someone who is very equipped. Create content that gives people inspiration, motivation. Okay? Create content that people can get into that will help them. And here's the thing. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook are all social platforms that are paying content creators right now. So yes, there's a recession happening, but you have a business and you can literally be a content creator, and that content will help you. Where are we headed to? Which one? Okay, once I'm done here, I'm gonna run up to the front because I need to make some change.
Oh, I need to change it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the front desk. Yes, they're the ones that gave me my change last night. But I have a little bit more. Sorry about that, guys. So those platforms are still paying. Those platforms are still paying. So you can create content that you can get paid for. You can create content that will now take you into your future. You can create content that will help you right now to acquire customers. You can create content. Do you understand what I'm saying? One of the most frictionless way and means of you staying above board and being able to level up is by creating content. So put on that hat of being a content creator. And the thing that's surprising is a lot of times people are like, oh, my life is boring. Oh, look at you, Tony. That was sweet. I saw you. The thing about being a content creator is you feel like, oh, my life is boring. Nobody cares. This, that, the other. But your life, you're doing something that somebody else isn't doing. You have insight into, you're doing something that somebody else doesn't have an idea about. So record that, post it, and put inspirational, dialogue or what have you on there. Somebody would be interested in seeing your life in a different country or a different place or a different title than what you have. That's what makes literally content so interesting, when somebody else is experiencing life differently than how you're experiencing life. Okay? So, and of course you can do it in interesting ways and you can put your own spin on it. But what I'm going to leave you with today is create the content. Create the content. Be a content creator. Promote yourself. Promote your business. Inspire, motivate people. And do these things that are already being compensated. Even $200, $100, $2,000 that Facebook puts into your business account makes a difference. And that's literally income that you didn't have before. That's income that you can now use. Where is it? There's the pinned comment right there, vonza.com/digital. That's income that you can use to promote your digital products, to promote passive income for yourself. So that's what I have for you guys today. I want you to watch this video back so that you can really let it get into your spirit and let it get into your mind what I'm telling you to do and what I'm talking about, so that way you can see that I literally just gave you a game plan and a good means to not only establish yourself, but also level up even during these times. It's only scary if you have no idea what to do. It's only scary if you keep letting all the news and all the stuff and the prices and the gas and all that stuff to get you riled up. It's only scary when you don't have a game plan. I just gave you one. There's another one, the Digital Products Wealth Creation Course Summit, taking place June 28th. That's the plan. Run the play. This is just like a game of football or soccer or whatever. Run the play. Run the play and make the touchdown to win the game. I love you. I'll see you soon.